base.
Greetings, alchemists. Welcome to my portal. I hope you guys are doing amazingly well. This is going to be a alchemist collective reading. For the divine masculines and divine feminines that find this video, what do you need to know right now? Make sure you guys subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, check out my website. Alright, so you have the High Priestess in the reverse. I feel like right now you guys could be struggling to trust your intuition, or to no. You feel like you're trusting your intuition, but then you also feel like, am I? Like there's some sort of intuitive feeling or knowing that you have. You could intuitively feel called or drawn to something, but a part of you is worried that you're fooling yourself. So, let's see. Maybe you want to pursue something new and you know that intuitively you're being told to do that or called to do that, but you just want to make sure that you're not getting ahead of yourself or making a life-altering decision that could end in failure. Be aware about perceived failure, because sometimes even that perceived failure still leads you to a different destination than you would have been in before. Meaning that even if something doesn't go the way that you thought it would, it still could be a good thing in the end, because you're not in the same place that you were, and that redirection could actually be just like another step. So some of you guys, maybe you are like that far along with the King of Wands, like maybe you already did pursue something and then you kind of, it didn't work out in the way that you thought, but you're still in a different position than you would have been if you never tried in the first place. So it is still growth. But the King of Wands is also telling me that your intuitive feeling is right, and the High Priestess in the reverse, you not trusting your intuition is when you're doubting that. You not trusting your intuition is when you're in the space of, oh, am I fooling myself? That's when you're not trusting your intuition, not when you are following your King of Wands energy. And you guys have been in a hermit phase for a really long time, and I feel like it's time to exit the hermit phase. I feel like you've learned what you need to learn through introspection, and now you can only really learn through action. So yeah, you're transitioning out of that hermit phase, and let's see. You guys have had a realization about what's not for you. So I feel like some of you guys are giving yourself a hard time because it's like, oh, I did all these things and it didn't work out. But to realize what's not for you is still as powerful or as important as to realize like what is for you. So maybe there's a part of you that's like, am I going the right way? Am I going the right direction? And kind of feeling like a failure in different ways, but that failure is still a lesson. Like, to know what you don't want is just leading you closer to truly like landing on what's for you. So give yourself credit for even trying, because some people don't try. To even try is still powerful. But you're a lot further along than you think, but I think you guys are just feeling down on yourselves because maybe things didn't go perfectly, or it didn't all work out in exactly the way that you want. There could also be something about timelines and time frames. Be aware about being too not present moment minded, but be aware about just time. Like, time is an illusion, and also time, you are going at your own pace, and like you're right on time. Like, your pace is right on time. So be aware about comparison, because you could be comparing how long something is taking you, or it's not even like how long, just the time frame that something is taking you to how fast you thought it would go, or how fast maybe others told you it should go, or just feeling like you're falling behind even though you're actually not. I feel like with the Four of Wands in the reverse, there is a need to work with healing your fear around stability, because a lot of the insecurities and you doubting your intuition about whatever it is you're pursuing, it's because you need to work with healing your root chakra. So this message is really just a reminder that you are on the right track. You're even closer to hitting the mark of exactly what you're meant to be doing. I feel like this is for someone that has a broad idea of like what will make them happy, but maybe you don't know exactly how you're meant to go about it, and you feel like you're failing and like hitting dead ends over and over. But every dead end, it's still like leading you in the right direction. So it's like you're at the right place at the right time, and whatever you're pursuing with the King of Wands, it wasn't a mistake, or it wasn't a bad decision. You shouldn't turn around now, and you should also be aware about your own foundational issues that could be causing insecurities and doubts within you. Now is the time to kind of acknowledge what limiting beliefs you have placed on you by other people, and even like your peers, or just where you grew up. All of that is something that's negatively influencing you, because you feel like, because your path is different. So if your path is different, you using the other path that maybe you felt like you should have been on before having an awakening or connecting to your true self, if you're using that as like the guidebook, or like the guides for where you're meant to go, then it doesn't make sense. Like you're going on your own path, so let yourself go in your own path, rather than using, it's like if you're making a cake, you know, maybe you're kind of making that cake yourself, but if you were to look up someone else's recipe, it's like, oh, maybe your cake isn't according to their recipe, but it's like you still create like your own creation. I don't know, something about that, just the same rules and standards that you have been enforced or instilled in you for a long time, you have to let those go, because it's keeping you rigid and not allowing you to flow down your own path. Okay, so now is the time to acknowledge those limiting beliefs and like structures and restrictions in your self, that, and not even like in yourself, but more so that just kind of linger because of the way that you were taught. And it's like unlearning so that you can learn for yourself, or so that you can learn in a new way. So it's almost like seeing things from a different perspective, from a new perspective, rather than from the same vision or idea. Because you have a new idea, you have this intuitive feeling or calling, and you're learning how to trust and flow with your intuition for the first time, but allow yourself to look at that through new eyes.